Welcome back. Well, today we have on Kristi Maya with the Cancer Research Collaboration. I'd like to welcome you.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here today. So, first of all, we're going to find out exactly about the organization, and we'll call it CRC.
Okay.
Tell us about it, how it started, and what's its mission.
So the Cancer Research Collaboration came together, and it kind of grew out of the mission of Breastlink Medical Group's breast cancer research program. And about 3 years ago, we got together, and it had outgrown that, because what we know today, the future of cancer, is it's not really going to be about an anatomical site, such as a breast cancer or prostate cancer. It's going to be about gene targets and different pathways and things like that. So the idea was, we're going to form this foundation. We're still going to stick to our mission of doing really good cutting-edge clinical trials in the community, but we're also going to expand our vision to look beyond just breast cancer and to, roll over into the future. Breast cancer is our primary focus because that's our business and that's what we know very well, and we have a 15-year history in that. But we'd like to be looking down the road a little bit further into the future.
Okay, so this is really broadening the scope.
Correct,
Just what Breastlink does and RadNet, but you will be working with them.
Correct. They're one of our collaborators, and the idea behind this is that it's not going to take just one person. It's not going to be one thing anymore. It's going to be a lot of people working together collectively, and there's a lot of reason for that, whether it's from a funding perspective or really there's so much information out there. You've got to have the right minds to bring it all together, and you need a collaboration. You need a team to do that.
And as far as the team, have you begun to put that together? Obviously, you have the team from Breastlink, but from other areas as well, looking at different types of cancers. We
work with a lot of different collaborators. We have some work going on with UCLA.
Okay.
We're going to participate in a grant with the Dr. Susan Love Foundation that they've been working on, and some different projects in areas outside that are a little bit of a change for us, using the expertise of the RadNet advanced imaging, which helps to detect cancers, and some of the technology and some of the companies developing targeted isotopes to look at cancers without having to do biopsies. You inject the isotope, it lights up in the body on the advanced imaging scan, and you no longer have to go after it with a knife or a needle.
Yeah, and what about some clinical trials? Are there some being done, or are they going to be done in the near future?
Currently, we have about 13 breast trials that are underway with Breastlink Medical Group, and then we also provide imaging trials to other oncologists in the area doing other trials in other cancers.
And you are, as far as separating yourself from Breastlink, you are a foundation, am I right?
Correct. We achieved our nonprofit status in 2013, and so that allows us to fundraise and go after some of our bigger visions. Of course, we're going to still be what we were before, doing community clinical trials. The idea is behind bringing the technology to the patients where it can do the most good. But there's other things now when we talk about biobanking and going after genes, going after molecular targets. There's all kinds of things that are being developed that require tissue and clinical data and blood, and so we do have, as part of our mission, to put together a bio-specimen repository core that's going to be used by investigators no matter where they're at. And that's the idea, is open architecture, a sharing of all that data to promote future advances. Okay,
and we've seen that in the past few years, 10 years or more, there have been great advances with certain types of cancers, breast cancers, for example, where a certain gene can be identified where you may have a better than average chance of getting that cancer, right? Is this something that you hope for with this organization to be able to do with other cancers. There, there's always been certain cancers that are on the forefront. They're the ones you hear about all the time. But there are others that you may not hear much about, or there's less collaboration going on with them.
Well, and that's the thing, that's why it's not just about the one type of cancer. It's more about these targets and these genes, and helping to develop things that look, whether they're drugs, whether they're diagnostic tests, whether they're identification, so you know where someone's at risk. So the idea behind some of our initiatives is to help move that forward.
Okay, very good. If someone wants to get involved, how would they do that, as far as either donating or perhaps volunteering? Do you look for volunteers as well?
We do. We have some volunteers. We put on a few fundraisers a year, and we look for people to help us out with that. We also look for people who are just interested in what we're doing. We want to share our mission and our vision. And as far as donations, we're a nonprofit, so we are always looking for donations. So the best way to get in touch with us would be our website, which is www.cancerresearchcollaboration.org. And this is our logo, so you can go to the internet and find it, and there's a lot of ways. You can just contact us if you have any questions. You can donate on the site, and you can read more about our organization.
All right, very good. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you so much.
And it's great that this is getting underway and looking at different types of cancers and seeing what can be done in the future. I think I would bet just in the next 5 to 10 years we're going to see great leaps and advances in detecting other kinds of cancers as well.
And that's true, and that's perfect for everybody, right?
Yeah, definitely. Kristi, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, it's been a pleasure, and we'll be right back.